Hello and welcome everyone. This is Nitesh Mishra from Federation of Indian Export Organizations, popularly known as FIO, India's apex trade promotion organization. And you are listening to the Voice of Exports, India's first exclusive podcast for EXIM community. On this podcast, we bring top performers from the sector who not only inspire but also reinvigorate among you to become one of them. Welcome to another episode of Voice of Exports, India's first audio podcast started by FIO for its member exporters. Today we have Mr. Anil Kariwala from Kariwala Industries, which is into sustainable bags and garments and has been in the business since 1989. They have been exporting to the major markets of the globe and have been successful company and successful exporter from India. Welcome, Mr. Kariwala, to this program.
Thank you very much. It is such an honor, such a privilege to be here.
Okay, talking about your company and the products into which you deal into, please let us know about your company.
Our company is sustainability freak much before the word sustainability itself became a corporate lingo. Now everybody speaks about sustainability. But we were founded on the foundations of sustainability. At that time, we even did not know, but we wanted to do something that could be impactful, and we felt sustainable bags and sustainable working clothes. So
Okay,
the company started with sustainable working clothes, and we had short pieces of fabrics, and we
okay,
did not know what to do with them. So we made bags out of them, and so they became sustainable bags.
okay,
And that happened to be way back in 1990 when the first Earth Summit was held in Rio.
okay. That
Before
was a
that,
great idea. That was a great idea, Mr. Kariwala. Yes.
so that's how one thing led to another.
Okay,
And we thought that let's do something. Entrepreneurship is at the end of the day solving some problem. That time it was not even a problem, but I was a young man. I happened to be the founder of the company. I was
okay.
a young man and I was always wondering what if when I have kids, what kind of earth are they going to inherit? Not what kind of company they are going to inherit,
Yes,
what kind of earth they are going to inherit.
yes.
And that's how we did something. Earth friendly is the word which I had used at that time. And now they call about sustainability. And so ever since we have been in business that gives us joy to sell and hopefully gives joy to those who buy.
So, sustainability, as you were talking about, has now become the buzzword of recent times. So, what do you have to say about sustainability when you talk about EU markets looking at that in terms of CBAM and EUDR models?
In fact, this is becoming increasingly more and more important.
Okay,
And EU basically is taking a lead on this.
okay,
For example, you know, CBAM is a carbon border adjustment mechanism,
yes,
wherein, to give you an example,
yes, please
for a
go ahead.
very, very long time,
Yes,
we have been planting trees out of PSR, personal social responsibility,
okay,
and much before CSR was made mandatory for companies.
yes, true.
So we had been planting trees for every 1,000 rupee, $1,000 worth of exports.
Okay,
So over the years, we have planted thousands and thousands of trees.
okay,
So, and we did not even know that by planting those trees,
okay,
we would be able to have carbon credits, and there was no formal mechanism.
okay,
It was like it was really complex, but the CBAM and emissions trading system, EU
okay,
ETS,
yeah,
so carbon credit swapping and all those things, we did not even benefit from that because we did not know about it.
okay,
So we did it as a PSR rather than as a business enterprise.
okay,
So the good thing is Europe took a lead, notably Germany. Germany has always been taking a lead whenever it comes to environmental initiatives
okay,
or sustainable initiatives means not only for Earth,
okay,
but sustainable for let's say ecotech, for example. That was a concept which was brought by Germany.
Okay.
So something which is harmful chemicals, not only harmful for the earth, but
Okay.
harmful for human beings also. So, but for European initiatives, we would have probably postponed it for a very, very long time.
When you talk about now the FTAs and BTAs which are happening, and in the last 3 years, India have signed at least 9 FTAs as with regard to the free trade agreement. So,
Right.
what do you have to say about it? Is it good for your sector, and how important is it for your company?
I think it is very, very important that India has signed FTAs because
Okay.
India was effectively getting outpriced by our neighbors
Okay.
to the east and neighbor to the west,
Okay.
uh, Pakistan and Bangladesh.
Mm-hmm.
And but they were given out, let's say, the lollipop
Okay.
of duty-free access. So we
Okay.
were uncompetitive
Okay.
compared to them in some categories of products.
Okay.
But FTA is thing of equal strength, a
Mm-hmm.
friendship amongst equals.
Mm-hmm.
So friendships, no matter what we say, friendship is one which where people are reasonably equal. Not I'm not talking about financially equal.
Mm-hmm.
So intellectually equal, financially equal, physically equal, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So India has FTAs, which is on a position of strength.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they need us as much as we need them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a symbiosis
Mm-hmm.
which will stay on for a longer period of time
Mm-hmm.
rather than duty-free access, which was we were at the sweet will, at the pleasure of the importing country,
Okay.
and they could switch off the day they rise. Now FTAs they cannot switch off. So
Okay.
FTAs are exceptionally beneficial and respectful.
Now that we were talking about FTAs and BTAs, the recent one
Hmm.
which has come into force as with regard to FTA is the India UK CETA.
Right,
And then we are also looking at India US BTA.
right.
So, first to talk about the CETA, how do you see India UK CETA for India's export sector?
It would be exceptionally good because it is not just a normal trade agreement, it is a comprehensive economic trade agreement as CETA stands for.
Okay.
And as I said, that it is from a position of strength. And you might have heard that recently there was something, uh, some cheese or something that was imported from UK, and people were delighted
Okay.
to have that. And we are in a position to penetrate that market
Okay.
on equal terms.
Okay.
On equal terms, and this would be exceptionally beneficial for two reasons.
Okay.
One is the duty element was 12%,
Okay.
or to be, let's say, 9.6%, depending on the GST privilege.
It is for your
And
sector?
for our sector, right, for
Okay.
our sector.
Okay.
Our sector, the greatest competition
Yes.
was notably China,
Okay.
uh, excluding Bangladesh and Pakistan. Notably, it was China.
Okay.
Now, Chinese yuan has
Okay.
not depreciated, while
Mm-hmm.
Indian rupee, unfortunately for the country, but fortunately for the exporters,
Yes.
has depreciated by 16% in this year, in the
Okay.
last 1 year.
Great.
So de facto, we are more competitive
Mm-hmm.
by not one, not two, good 28% vis-a-vis China.
Hmm.
So that is a very big difference, is a big advantage for the country.
Okay. When you talk about the BTA with US, how important is it is going to be for your sector and for the overall export sector? I'm
About
just talking about Mr. Kariwala, the BTA with US, which we are planning to have. In fact, it is in the final stages now.
I have been hearing that for a very long time that this in final stages. Having said that, one should have a positive mindset, and once it comes to fruition, our greatest competition once again, which continues to be China even today,
Yes.
we would have a good advantage. But you never know whether they would go and sign up another BTA with China.
Yes.
So that could negate. So Unfortunately, at the political level, there is a lot of volatility,
Mm-hmm.
for want of a better word,
Mm-hmm.
lot of volatility in the on the US side.
Mm-hmm.
So what looks like today may not look like tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa.
Okay, now that you have talked about China, so earlier also you mentioned about China plus one.
Hmm.
So how do you see China plus one as an option for India, wherein buyers from across the world are looking at India as one of the manufacturing and exporting hubs?
So anyone who is in serious supply chain management
Yes.
would look for major supplier plus one or plus
Mm-hmm.
two.
Mm-hmm.
So if it could be China, it could be Cambodia also for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Every prudent importer or a customer
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to put all eggs in one basket. The same way we would not want to put all eggs in one basket
Mm-hmm.
of a single customer. So it would be an advantage. It depends on how India is able to pitch for itself, present itself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, thanks to Prime Minister Modi, that India is now being pitched as the next factory of the world. Factory of the world currently has been China. We
Yes.
like it or not.
True.
Thanks to PLI,
Yes.
now I remember we would sneak in Apple iPhones and MacBooks and so on.
Yes.
Now India is a huge, one of the largest export items from the country
Yes.
is mobile phones, which we
Yes.
were only importing from China all the time. Same is going to happen with semiconductors and things that have never been done before. Which were already, we were just importing and importing. We are now actually exporting.
Yes.
And mobile phones is just one example. Same is with technical textiles, a business which we are in. Workwear is technical textile basically.
Yes.
In the past, we would have to import everything because nothing was available.
Yes.
So now mostly everything is available in the country. In addition to that, country is able to export it also.
Okay. One very important question which has come to the limelight in recent times is with regard to the global supply chain disruptions. When you talk about tariff war, when we talk about war between countries, and very recently the ongoing war between US, Israel, and Iran has disrupted movement of goods from one country to the other because it lies in one of the major logistics hubs from where goods move or through which goods move. So, what is your take on that?
My take is, I would say, a bit of a philosophical take. Philosophical take is, Maya Angelou, who was an American poet and civil rights activist,
Yes.
she said a very nice thing and something which I live by.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't like something,
Yes.
change it. But if you do not have the ability to change it,
Yes.
the only thing you can change is change the way you think about it.
Rightly
I
said.
don't like the Iran and US war.
Yes.
I don't like it. But can I change it? I cannot change it.
Yes.
So only thing that I can do is change the way I think about it. So then that opens up other vistas that, okay, if Iran and US, there is a disruption in the Middle East,
Yes.
so why not we utilize the FTA that India has with Australia also?
Okay. Now, one of the very important questions which I'd like to know from you: what were the key challenges and issues which you have come across during your journey of exports or during your company's journey of exports, which you'd like to highlight, and how have you overcome it? And what lessons would you like to give to all the new budding exporters, new women entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs who want to come into the field of exports as with regard to this?
The greatest challenge that I have encountered,
Yes.
which has reduced to a great extent,
Mm-hmm.
that we were we come from a land
Mm-hmm.
where we would say Raghukul Reet Sada Chali Aaye,
Yes.
Pran Jaye Pravachan Na Jaye, which means my words, if I give words, I'll keep them even if I lay down my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the land which we come from.
True.
But one perception that due to some unscrupulous players
Yes.
was that Indians don't keep their words. shipment delays, and they would be there are people we keep on coming across our own suppliers
Okay.
who would say that the goods have been shipped already
Mm-hmm.
while they have not even been manufactured.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing is greatly changing in India now with the new generation.
Mm-hmm.
So that is getting better, but still it is a problem of people making under promises, over promises and under delivery. That
Okay.
is something which is a great challenge. That is something which we as a people would have to change it. We as a people, if we make a commitment, we have
Mm-hmm.
to keep it. If we make a time commitment, we have to
Mm-hmm.
keep it.
So, what was your key learnings, and what would you like to share with all those new budding exporters or new businesses or startups who want to come into the field of exports?
What I would say is, using software analogy, when we say something that has versions, then it is
Mm-hmm.
not truth. And
Mm-hmm.
truth doesn't have versions.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are truthful of what we are displaying on the website
Mm-hmm.
and what the factory is, when thoughts, words, and actions, if they are aligned together,
Mm-hmm.
then you are able to deliver authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
People are people do not essentially need everything to be exactly shipped out exactly on that date.
Yes.
But if there is an authenticity, a couple of days here and there will not make a difference as long as one is transparent and honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
So India is unfortunately infamous for lack of discipline.
Okay.
So that's the discipline thing we as the people have to overcome. Like we do not put on a seat belt in the rear seat of the car till such time, because it is not mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the greatest businessmen of the country, Cyrus Mistry,
Yes.
lost his life just because of not wearing a seatbelt. So why should we wait for something to become mandatory to be honest to ourselves? To give an example, when we are honest to ourselves
Mm-hmm.
in every aspect of everything that we do,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the greatest requisites, prerequisites in the international trade
Yes. True.
to deal with perception.
Yes.
To give you an example, yesterday, just yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I had a visitor, a fabric supplier,
Mm-hmm.
who had taken a lot of reference and made an appointment with me.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting right in front of me, said कि मैं रास्ते पे हूँ, traffic jam में फंसा हूँ. To told somebody else on the phone that I am stuck in a traffic jam.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the road. While the gentleman was sitting right in front of me.
Okay.
As soon as he departed, I informed the purchase department, please
Mm-hmm.
make sure not to buy from this gentleman. I hope this gentleman, even if he hears, I don't care if he hears this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the image? The image is that lack of authenticity.
True.
If someone is telling right in front of me
Mm-hmm.
that I'm on the road, I'm stuck on the traffic on the road
Mm-hmm.
while he's sitting right in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
that's something which we as people in India, we have to be very, very careful
Mm-hmm.
to convey our image as a very honest nation, people, men of metal, people
Mm-hmm.
who have words. If they
Mm-hmm.
give words, they keep words.
One last question before we end this podcast, Mr. Kariwala. How were you introduced to FIO and its services? And what made you seek us out?
Some very fine exporters, birds of a feather flock together, and I find that in FIO,
Yes.
the best exporters of the country are members of FIO,
Yes.
and it is a great pleasure to hobnob together to look at another fellow exporter who is better than you as
Yes.
an inspiration. So that is what provides a lot of tailwind.
True.
As I always say that if you are the smartest one
Yes.
in a room,
Yes.
that means you are in the wrong room. So once you go to FIO, you find that, oh, there are far smarter, bigger exporters than what you are, then you aspire to be them and hope that somebody else would also get inspired. Hopefully, that is the purpose of this podcast.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. True, Mr. Kariwala. Thank you very much, Mr. Kariwala, for being so candid and insightful in your approach while answering all my questions. And thank you once again for being part of this podcast.
Such a pleasure.
Voice of Exports podcast by FIO aims to provide important information and views on foreign trade, especially on exports, which will help both Indian exporters and importers. Any statements made by an exporter, importer or an importing company in this podcast as guests reflect the views and opinions of that individual or the company. This podcast does not constitute an endorsement by the FIO of the individual or the company, his or her or its employer or affiliated entity. The specific information or views provided, resources mentioned or products or services endorsed or offered by that individual or the company, his or her or its employer or affiliated entity. FIO assumes no responsibility for the accuracy, completeness or timelines of the information provided by the guest or the company in this podcast or for the decisions made and reliance on any information provided by the guest or the company in this podcast. We thank you for listening to this episode of Voice of Exports podcast service brought to you by the FIO. For more information on how you can start exporting, please visit our website www.fio.org.